know, what made you interested in animation?
Okay, I took a video art class in 10th grade, and there was a small animation portion. And ever since that moment, learning how animation was deconstructed, I think I've been interested in it. The process is very tedious and very isolated. Well, I haven't quite finished a long thing because it takes a really long time. Hours of animation are like 30 seconds of real footage. So, the project that I was working on last semester as like just a fun side thing with my friend, I listened to this really kind of crazy song in this music class I was taking, and I would just like walked around listening to it, and I kind of came up with this weird idea of this girl who's like this kind of magical fairy thing, and she's in Central Park, and she wakes up and all these paper cutout animals are in the park with her, and she walks around in this it kind of sounds like choral church music, that she walks around the park, and then there are all these animals, and then she exits and the animals can't leave. They're kind of confined to this like magical park space. But I have not finished that. That is still being worked on. So I guess that's one of my latest animation things. Here's another one. Okay, I forgot. So this was this weird little thing that I was thinking about. When we went to Budapest, I was thinking about how you kind of become reborn in a bath. And so I kind of like sketched out this short little like weird scene, and like as this weird surrealist like short. This other thing I was working on last summer, I had like a figure drawing as my like I had like a figure drawing as my like those wooden things as the character, and I covered it with clay, and I was kind of restricted to a set size, and so to scale things down, I could either recreate the same thing on a smaller wooden one, but what I ended up doing is using a green screen and having the real life size one and then shrinking it down digitally. And so, especially since animation nowadays is kind of a lot of special effects, there are a lot of ways you can like use computers and kind of incorporate that in or like technology into your artistic process, which in like a really hands-on way, which is cool. Since I started as a visual artist, like I took drawing and painting classes since forever, and I first got into like filmmaking when I took this video art class in 10th grade. And so I feel like animation is such a nice in between of film and like a visual art, because you really get to like craft every frame. It's a lot more tedious because there's like in a way you're making like thousands of paintings or thousands of drawings or thousands of different compositions, whereas doing just visual art it's one. But I do like the intermediate between the two. Although looking back, I grew up with all these animated movies that I love, so I think the subject that animation lends itself to, or like the kind of magic and the total control of the world you create, that's what kind of draws me into it.